Heading into tonight's game, the Nets were 17-0 against sub-500 opponents, but that 17-win streak did not continue as they fell to the Los Angeles Lakers 92-83 here at the Barclays Center. I'm Dexter Henry, and I'm joined by Tom Lorenzo following this Nets loss. And this was a game in which the Nets weren't able to pull this one out. How devastating was a loss for the Nets, considering that Dwight Howard did not play, and also Metta World Peace did not play in this contest?
You know, it was a tough loss for the Nets. Look, you look at the numbers, 17-0 against sub-500 teams. This isn't your regular sub-500 team. This is a very good Lakers team that struggled early on. They have the injuries in Dwight, the Metta World Peace suspension. Pau Gasol got injured at the end of this game. So, I mean, they were a shorthanded team, but look, when Kobe Bryant, as we saw at the end of this one, I mean, he's a tough guy to stop, and when he gets on a streak, he can close you out just like that, and that's exactly what we saw tonight. He went on a run and closed out the Nets there at the end of the fourth quarter.
Kobe Bryant closed out the Nets in the fourth quarter, as Tom said. Also strong performances from Earl Clark, but Nets fans should be encouraged by the play of Brook Lopez. Offensively, another strong game with 31 points. Did you like what you saw out of him, Tom?
He was great. He was a one-man team. Look, the offense for the Nets was terrible. They shot 35% from the floor. It was all Brook Lopez on offense. One-man show. You know, a lot of struggle for the rest of the team. So, you know, PJ spoke after the game, said there was nothing encouraging about this game, but you do have to look at the performance of Brook and say he showed up tonight, big spot, a lot of pressure on him, especially with the trade rumors surrounding him and the Lakers. So he really came out, played a strong game, his 10th double-double of the season, and, you know, fantastic job by Brook. The rest of the team, though, just terrible on offense.
PJ said he wasn't impressed by anything this game, but he also talked about the Nets needing to execute better on offense.
The Laker defense contributed. We did miss some good shots. I mean, we also had some open shots. We had some guys that we want taking shots, having open shots. We also had some guys taking shots that they wanted us to take. You got to shoot 50% or close to that, and we didn't. So we had some good looks that we didn't make. We had more times where we didn't execute well enough offensively to get the kind of looks we needed to win.
I don't think I was aggressive enough the whole, second half. I don't think Joe was aggressive enough the whole second half. So, I think a little bit because we just couldn't get our shots to fall. So we kind of, wanted to try to get other people involved. But that's a time where we got to step up.
Regarding offense, Deron Williams was 5 of 13 for 15 points with 6 assists. He said that he wasn't aggressive enough offensively. What did you think about his performance, and does he need to get things going for the Nets as they go on the road?
You know, he really does. He got off to an early start. I think he had 7 points in the first quarter, ended up with 6 turnovers. Just very, sluggish game for Deron Williams. Kind of not the game you expected from him, especially with the spotlight. Kobe Bryant here, the Lakers here. You'd hope that he'd come out, play with a little more fire. But look, he just couldn't get anything going. And outside of what they did with Brook Lopez, I mean, even when Deron was trying to hit guys out in the baseline, there were missed jumpers by Joe Wallace. Joe Johnson wasn't shooting the ball well. So just the offense as a whole was stagnant, and really Deron was not aggressive, especially in that second half.
Now the Nets will look to change their luck offensively as they hit the road to take on Detroit in the Motor City. What do the Nets have to do to get back onto a winning track, bounce back from this loss, which was a disappointing one, Tom, and get things righted in Detroit?
You know, they just need to change their mental state. A lot of it was poor execution, and what they have to do is go into Detroit and not let this game carry over, not let the poor execution, the poor spacing carry over. We know that they're a good offensive team. We know that they can score points. So I think what they need to do is really just kind of change that mental state and think, get back to doing what they do well and space the floor, shoot threes, work it inside out with Deron and Brook. So I think a lot of it is just kind of regaining a lot of that confidence and refinding that offense that they absolutely lost, especially here in the second half of this game.
Well, of course, in order to win, you always have to put the ball in the basket. And, Tom, that's what the Nets will look to do in Detroit. And hopefully PJ will be pleased with what he sees on the floor then. That's Tom Lorenzo, writer for NetsDaily.com. I'm Dexter Henry signing off from the Barclays Center.